Welcome! In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this outdoor digital TV antenna. So this was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful and you want to purchase one of these, I'll put a link to it in the description on Amazon, and if you use that link, it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything extra. So on the back here it lists the specs. The VHF frequency is from 174 to 230 megahertz, and UHF is from 470 to 862 megahertz. Gain is 8 dBi or 32 dBi with amplifier. Voltage standing wave ratio is less than or equal to 2. Impedance is 75 ohms. Polarization is horizontal. So let's get this open. Let's get the parts out. Okay, so we'll have to assemble this here. So let's take a look at the manual. This talks about the assembly, so I'll actually go through that. Let's look at the rest of the manual. So on the back here it talks about using two-way splitter. So we run coax from the antenna to the antenna in on the splitter, and then we can run it to two different devices. This talks about scanning for channels. Here's tips for using the antenna. The first tip says to connect up the antenna and find a good signal before you fix it. So you want to test it out before you do a permanent installation. You'll get a better signal if you place it high. Keep it away from metal objects. Confirm your TV is digital, make sure it's in the right port, make sure you're using the digital signal on your TV. And here we have frequently asked questions. So let's get this assembled. It says insert the panel fastener into the hole, push the left panel upwards and push the right panel downwards. At this point, the top and bottom edges of the three panels are aligned. So here we have the middle, and one will be left and one right. So this piece here looks like it's symmetrical. So we'll put the tabs in these slots, like so. And we will pull it down like that. And then we'll do the same on the other side. This will go the other direction. Now it said not to press down on that. I am going to set it down like that. So next we're going to install the support bracket. So you can see the opening here and here need to line up. Then we have the notches on the side, and these will fit in there. So that will lock these sides into place so they don't slide apart. So we'll put those in, and then we'll snap here, and then here, and here. So you can see the snaps coming through the other side. Now it said don't press down on it while it's curved like this. So next we want to get the hose clamp. I'll loosen this up, and I'll slide it through here. So I'm just using a Phillips screwdriver. You can also use a straight screwdriver or a hex head socket. I'm not sure the exact size. Looks about 7mm maybe, or 1/4 inch. So you don't need to tighten that very tight, just so it stays on. We'll turn this over. Now we need to install this piece. So we want the connector to go down. Now there is a nut on there. Guessing that will get tightened down after we get it in. I'm not seeing anything there. Let's try that. So I'll place this in here. Okay. So yes, this will definitely need to be loose, and then we can tighten it up on here. So now we'll take these pieces and insert them into here. Now there's holes in the plates that line up with holes here. I'll do one at a time. And there are screws. Let me find the screws. Here are the screws. So I'll screw those together. It's kind of hard to do with the camera in front of me. I'm going to start these off to the side and then I'll pull them back in frame. Okay, and finally I'll put the cover on. So the clips will go up and down. And now the assembly is complete. So you can see it here. So this will attach to a pole. Let me get a rough measurement here. So that's about 2.5 inches right there, and it's threaded in just a little bit. Although I don't know if that would fit on a 2.5 inch pole exactly, because the radius here is a little bit different. But should have no problem with a 2 inch. Okay, so I'm ready to mount this. So I've gathered some things. Here I have a 7mm socket on a handle, so I can tighten this down easily. I also have 10 meters of coax. So this is going to attach here. So I'll thread this on here. And this looks like it's going to be easier to thread on while it's not mounted. You can see if there was a post here, it might be harder to get your fingers in here. So I would try to get the coax attached first. Okay, so now let's head outside and I'll get this mounted up. So I'm going to be mounting this to a fence post. That's just from my testing and demonstration. This is going to be a few feet off the ground. You typically want this higher, like off the top of a house, or if you're putting this on a trailer or camper or something, you would want it above the trailer or camper. But I think I'll be able to get a pretty good signal with this. And then I'm going to point it towards the TV antennas in my area. You can go online and search where those are, and then you'll know approximately what direction to point it. And then we'll come back in and we'll get the rest of it hooked up. Okay, so I have this post here. I'll open up the hose clamp and I'll mount it on here. Okay, so I have that mounted up and that fit that profile just perfectly. So now I'm going to run this wire inside. Okay, so I have the antenna wire run inside. I just have it running through a window. I'm just doing this for testing purposes. I think my long-term plans for this antenna is to get a mount for the roof rack for my SUV so I can mount it up and get TV anywhere. So this will go into the amplifier. So if we look on here, it says ANT on this outer terminal. So I'll connect that up. Now you could connect this directly into your TV or tuner. Now there's an end here that says TV and it has a lead coming off of it, and that will go into your tuner or your TV. So this is a TV tuner. So you can connect an antenna to this and connect this up to a TV or monitor. So I'm going to go to RF in. Now most TVs will just have a single port like this, so it'll be super easy to find. Well, and that was pretty quick. So this has USB on it. So I'll plug in here and I'll plug that into an outlet. Okay, so now on your tuner or your TV, you'll want to go into the menu system, and somewhere in your settings should be the ability to scan for channels. So in mine, it's called channel search. I'll go to auto search. And now this will take a minute, so I'll speed up the video here. Okay, so it's finished scanning. So it looks like we got around 60 channels. So here it's on channel 5.3 and it's not coming in very well. This station can be difficult to tune in, and this is very low to the ground. If I put this up on the top of my house, I'm guessing I would be able to tune this in. Let's go to the next station. Now, this has like 5.5, 5.6, 5.7. Those are all going to be on the same signal. So let's go to 8.1, and this is coming in now. This is coming in nice and clear. Now with digital, it's going to be blocky if it's not coming in. Now I'm blurring this out because I don't own the copyright to this, but if this wasn't coming in clear, you'd see blockiness. You're not going to see blurriness or anything like that, or noise like you would with analog TV. Let's see what else we have. So typically if a main station comes in, all the substations are going to come in. So this is the local PBS station coming in nice and clear. And this is also a network channel. And here's a Fox channel. And then there are lots of smaller channels now. But typically it's at channel 5, it's the ABC affiliate in my area. It can be difficult to tune in. Now I want to show a little trick. Now different TVs will have this similar feature, but I'll go into my menu system. And I'll go back to my channel search and I'll go to manual search, and here I'll tune this down to 5, and you can see the quality here is blinking in and out. So what I could do is I could go out there and adjust the antenna, the direction back and forth, and watch for this to go up, and when it has the most strength, I know I'm pointing at the antenna correctly. So if I go to another channel, we can see channel 8 here. I have a good signal here. It's not blinking in and out. So oftentimes TVs will have this. It will show you the signal strength. That can be a nice tool to help align your antenna. But considering this is on the ground, I'm getting a lot of channels in just the way it is. So that's the outdoor digital TV antenna. Now technically speaking, it's not digital. It pulls in UHF and then your TV converts that to an image, but it is digitally encoded. And the thing about digital TV is that you do need a strong signal because it either works or it doesn't. With the older analog TV, you might see a fuzzy picture, but you can still see the picture. With digital, you'll get that blockiness and you won't get the image in. And I got 60 some channels here. So with a good antenna, you can get lots of channels. Now this does have a splitter here. I'm only hooking up one TV. We could run some coax off here to a second TV. So this is acting as an amplifier, so that will boost this signal going out to the second TV. And as I said before, you could hook this coax directly into your tuner and forego the splitter amplifier. I would probably test it without and with and see if there's a difference. and if you don't need it, you can take this out of the equation. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.